Did you know that only 41% of adults have a budget? That's right, the majority of people are winging it with their finances, and it's no wonder so many struggle with money. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by your spending, frustrated by your lack of savings, or just plain lost when it comes to managing your money, you're not alone. Budgeting is like the GPS for your finances, guiding you toward your financial goals. But here's the thing, not all budgeting methods are created equal. In fact, finding the right one can be the difference between feeling empowered by your finances or feeling like they're spiraling out of control. Today, we're diving into the world of budgeting methods to help you discover which one might be your perfect fit. Let's be honest, budgeting isn't easy. Many people start with good intentions but quickly find themselves overspending, losing motivation, or struggling to keep track of their expenses. You might have even tried budgeting before, only to abandon it when it felt too restrictive or time-consuming. The truth is, budgeting is a challenge for most of us, and it's easy to see why so many give up. But what if I told you there are different ways to budget, some of which might actually fit your lifestyle and mindset better than others? I decided to put this idea to the test by experimenting with 10 different budgeting methods to see which one really works. And trust me, the results were eye-opening. First up was the 50-30-20 rule, where 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings. It's simple and easy to follow, but I found it too rigid. Some months, my needs exceeded 50%, leaving me feeling like I was failing. Next, I tried zero-based budgeting, where every dollar is assigned a job. This method was intense, but gave me a crystal-clear picture of my finances. However, it required a lot of discipline and time, which made it tough to stick with long-term. Then there was the envelope system, a cash-based method where you put money into envelopes for different categories. This method made spending tangible and real, but carrying cash everywhere wasn't practical, especially in today's digital world. After that, I experimented with the pay-yourself-first approach, where you prioritize savings before anything else. It's great for building wealth, but it doesn't leave much room for flexibility if unexpected expenses pop up. I also explored the anti-budget, where you only focus on saving a fixed amount and spend the rest however you like. It felt liberating, but without detailed tracking, I realized I was spending more than I intended. The debt snowball method, where you focus on paying off the smallest debts first, was incredibly motivating. Watching those debts disappear was satisfying, but I wondered if I was leaving money on the table by not tackling higher interest debts first. Next was the 60% solution, where you live on 60% of your income and use the rest for savings, fun, and retirement. It's a more relaxed version of the 50-30-20 rule, but again, my needs often demanded more than 60%. The calendar budget was interesting. You plan your spending around the dates of your bills and income. This method was a game-changer for timing my payments and avoiding late fees, but it didn't do much to curb my discretionary spending. The priority-based budget was another method I tried, where you allocate money based on your priorities, ranking your expenses from most to least important. It was great for aligning spending with my values, but it required a lot of mental energy to continually reassess my priorities. Finally, I tested the reverse budget, where you first subtract your savings goal and fixed expenses from your income, then use what's left for everything else. It was straightforward and effective, but could feel restrictive when there wasn't much left for discretionary spending. After testing all these methods, one stood out as the best fit for me: zero-based budgeting. Yes, it's intense and requires discipline, but it gave me the control and clarity I needed to finally get a handle on my finances. The key insight I learned is that there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to budgeting. The best method is the one that aligns with your goals, lifestyle, and personality. For me, zero-based budgeting was a game-changer, but for you, it might be something entirely different. The important thing is to try different approaches until you find what works best for you. Budgeting doesn't have to be a burden. It's about finding a method that makes you feel empowered and in control. So what about you? Have you tried any of these methods, or is there one you're curious about? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on how to master your money. And if you're ready to dive deeper, check out my next video where we break down how to create a zero-based budget from scratch. Thanks for watching, and remember, the right budget can be the key to unlocking your financial freedom.